Good morning, my loves. I'm turning on the news so that I can be informed while informing you. I'm going to start off by saying I'm streaming. What the fuck is this? I'm streaming from my phone this morning because my iPad's basically dead because I was up too late on it last night, editing photos. I had so much fun yesterday on my second little beach adventure in a week. Unfortunately, we have some nasty weather rolling through today. So I'm glad that I got it in this week. It was much needed therapy. I did get a little crispy yesterday while I was out there. You can kind of see pink, white, pink, white, pink, white, pink. I needed it though. I needed that vitamin D for my soul and my welcome. So anyways, I got plenty of aloe. I got all the remedies. I was stupid because I went out there yesterday and didn't put on any sunscreen, and I fully own that. I wasn't thinking it was going to be that fucking beachy out yesterday. No, I'm not familiar. I don't watch them. I really don't watch a whole ton of news. I have a handful of if the camera's bouncing, Maggie's jumping all over the bed. I have like a handful of news sources that I go to. MSNBC, NPR, Politico. There's a handful of them that I go to when it comes to grabbing my news, but I don't watch too much because I think if I watch too much, then I'd be even more overwhelmed, anxious, and fucking crazy than I am already. And I understand, you guys, you need to understand that like a week and a half ago here in Florida, it was like record colds. Like it got down to 36 degrees where I live. And again, you got a notification? Yes. Homes in Florida and places like Texas aren't meant to keep the heat in. They're meant to keep the heat out. They're meant to cool our homes. So our homes are built in which we're not insulated like most of the other parts of the country. And some of us, I will go even further and say we don't have central heat in our homes. So when it gets down in the 30s here in Florida, my house inside will clock usually somewhere in the 60s, which is fucking cold. And, we run our little heaters here and there, but you can't sleep with those on. And if we lose power, God forbid, we're all running off of generators and things like that. So, cold is cold. And, it's rough. It's rough. Yeah, for sure. So I was born and raised in Connecticut. So, I owned a home in Connecticut before I moved to Florida. I've been in both areas, and I can tell you that my home in Connecticut was far more qualified and better at, the keeping the heat in than here in Florida. The homes are just built differently. I think that, with different parts of the country. Maggie, really? Hello, come on. So I'm just having fun this morning. Were you playing with the kitty cat? Go get the kitty cat. Where's the kitty cat? Go get her. Go get her. Go get her. Oh my God. It's the Maggie Show. I loves you. Hello. Oh, yes. Thank you for the kisses. I love you too. Oh, that not in my nose. Okay. I got stuff to do. That's Maggie. Oh, there goes the cat. Go get her. They literally barreled into my bedroom. They were like fucking fighting into the bedroom and playing. And now Maggie's like, I think I'm done with this. I'm going to just go lay down. So anyways, when it just, I think that, and there was a TikToker, this week that we all used to love and adore, and I mean, obviously I just made a video about him, so you're gonna have to skip over to my page and see what I had to say. But needless to say, of the situation in itself, making fun of Texas at a time like this when 46% of Texans voted blue this past election cycle is kind of bullshitish, and it's kind of fucking rude. This is a crisis. People are dying. People's homes are being destroyed. I saw yesterday somebody's home burnt to the fucking ground because the fire department couldn't even get water out of the hydrants because they were frozen. So before you start making jokes about how what you can't deal with some cold or fucking some shit like that, this to them isn't just a little fucking cold. And by the way, I'm going to call bullshit right here and right now. There is no way in fuck that Marcus is dating multiple women. I'm just going to go out as a woman. I'm going to say that there are not that many women at one point in time that are dating Rain Man over there. It's just not happening, okay? So now that that's out of the way, that's all I'm going to say about him. I made a TikTok about it. If you'd like to go to my TikTok and leave a comment, check out what I had to say. That's what I had to say. I am very salty because as a woman, I found his comments to be extremely demeaning. And instead of saying, I'm sorry about my comments about Texas, I can run it back and I can apologize now. He doubled down and he went in the wrong direction. And he turned this into something it didn't need to be. But then again, that's what narcissists do. Alas, if you have a platform like this and you follow 0 people on any of your platforms, that's kind of douchey. Very disappointed. Again, and that's all I have to say about that, because I don't want to give him any more any more time on my platform. So this morning, we're starting to see Texans are starting to get their power back, but they're still saying it's going to be several days before people can get water. And there's a lot of water, boil water notices and things like that. So if you guys have the opportunity to, or you can go ahead and make a donation to, a food bank in Texas or a charity that are helping the people of Texas. I'm sure there are a shit ton of resources. I don't have any to direct you to right off the top of my head, but I can tell you that I'm sure that there No, I haven't seen anything about the power bills coming out of Texas, but they already said that they're going to continue to increase the power bills to deal with the crisis that they fucking caused. So basically, they fucked it up and you have to pay for it to get fixed. Cell phone service is going to be a little spotty out there as well for people. If you have Texas charities, I know Beto's working with some, please, check in. Are they charging people thousands of dollars for, what? San Antonio Food Bank. I know that Austin has been hit hard. Mutual Aid Texas. Let's get some help their way if you can help. If not, we understand. People are it's desperate times right now. People People don't have the resources, but if you do, think about helping your fellow human beings. Central Texas Food Bank, FEMA, Catholic Charities. I don't know if I would throw my money behind that one though. People whose bills were under $50 are now thousands. Well, Texas, EROT or whoever is in charge of that, their energy can go fuck themselves. Because if they think that people are going to pay them thousands of dollars for things, I just, think about that. Okay. $997.12 for 1 day of power. I am genuinely shocked. This is going to be a bad scene. And I feel you on like filling your bathtub so you can flush your toilet and stuff. That's what I have to do during hurricanes. So I hear you on that one. I feel you. I'm sorry that you guys are having to deal with this. Okay, so let's talk about the fact that today Joe Biden is going to be addressing the world on a global stage about Iran and the nuclear deal, and how America is here to get back on the same page and talk about renewing this deal. Oh my God. Okay, Ted Cruz. Hold on. I'm going to have an aneurysm just thinking about this. Okay. So, Ted Cruz. No, I'm just getting started. Don't worry, you haven't missed out on this. Isn't it rich that Ted Cruz would get caught fleeing with his family to Mexico to improve their quality of life? Seriously. I mean, really. I got nothing when it comes to Ted Cruz. Really. I mean, he's like the shittiest human being on earth. He's a horrible person. He's like the most horrible of the horrible. What makes you think that as an elected official of a state, when that state's going through a fucking national emergency, that you can hop on a plane to another country that's warmer and go on vacay with your kids? And now he's throwing his family under the bus to excuse his fucking actions. Oh, I just went to make sure my kids got there safely. No, Ted. You went there to go on vacation and escape Texas because it's going through a fucking emergency, and your wife didn't want to be cold, because we've all seen those text messages now too. How did we get here? I want to know how our country got to such a point that people as shitty as this can hold so much power. Ted Cruz should not be an elected official. Ted Cruz shouldn't have been an elected official in the wake of the insurrection that he helped to fucking fuel. And now this? Oh, I'm sorry. Your wife that Donald Trump called a fucking dog was cold? Oh no, Ted! I wonder how many other thousands and fucking millions of Texans were fucking cold too. And still are. Fucking privileged ass motherfucker. Seriously? Not only that, but you're gonna hop on a plane to Mexico to a resort in the middle of a pandemic? A Patricia? A pandemonium? A panorama? Sit down. Mexico don't want your COVID ass either. Stay the fuck put. I want to fucking hop on a plane and go on vacation too, but is it a good idea? No, and you're supposed to be leading this country and setting an example for people? Bootleg poor man ass fucking Wolverine wannabe fucking mud flap hair fucking Zodiac killer cook. I got nothing. And then back in Texas, Beto's out there doing Ted Cruz's fucking job for him for free. There's not enough weed in the world to make any of it make sense. If Ted Nugent's 1972 hair had a baby with Tucker Carlson and a potato was their surrogate, that's where Ted Cruz came from. This is who people go into the voting booth and vote for. This is what people went into a voting booth and said, I think this sounds like a good idea. Who thinks Ted Cruz is a good idea? My head hurts. My head hurts just trying to understand it. Make it make sense. Fuck. I got nothing. But shout out to all of you voting blue in Texas trying to fucking put this nightmare to an end. How was Disney during this pandemic? Well, I can tell you it was safer than going to my fucking local grocery store. I don't think Beto's going to run for that Senate seat again, though. Have you proposed delay? You mean the fucking voter suppression acts that they're trying to pass through in Georgia because Brian Kemp's coming up for another election? He knows he's not going to win, so he's going to try and change the rules just like he did last time. I don't know. What's happening with Marcus? He's a fucking mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. Go to his page. First, he made fun of Texas. And then after he made fun of Texas, he fucking doubled down and made some sexist-ass comments about how many women he dates. Gross. They have been passing voter suppression laws here in Florida, just like we gave all the felons their right to vote back. via ballot a couple of years ago. And what happened after that? Oh, and yeah, now Perdue's going to run against Warnock. David Perdue needs to fucking sit down. Yes, I went to Disney and I'm complaining about Ted Cruz. Now let's talk about a couple things. I didn't get on an airplane to go to Disney World. I drove in my personal fucking vehicle. That's number one. And number two, again, Disney World is literally safer to go to than the fucking grocery store down the street from my house. And I don't have to fucking defend myself. I'm not an elected official. I'm just a regular fucking Joe trying to survive during all of this. And if I fucking go to Disney World for a couple hours to make my fucking mood better because I have such bad depression, I just want to fucking throw myself off my back porch several days a week. Yeah, I'll do what it is that I can do to make myself feel better for a fucking couple hours. I'm not jumping on an airplane to go to a foreign fucking country during a fucking pandemic. You can't even compare the two. Mine's a fucking drive down the road. Don't fucking come to my page and try and step to me either, little boy. There is a big fucking difference between the two. Oh, and by the way, I wear a mask, unlike most of the other people here, there, and fucking everywhere. Go fuck yourself. You fuck with the wrong bitch. I'm also not an elected official. I'm just a regular, degular ass Joe. I'm not the one out there making the rules. I'm not the one out there fucking trying to justify my trip to Mexico on a plane with my family to escape the frigid temperatures and do nothing for my fucking constituents. It's not my job to help the people of Texas. It's his job. That's what they elected him to do. Me going down the fucking road for a couple hours has nothing to goddamn do with Ted Cruz going to Cancun. So fuck you and your whataboutism. Fucking bullshit. Who the fuck do you think you're talking to? Don't come to my page and try and start no shit with me on a Friday morning. There hasn't been enough coffee or enough weed for me to deal with your bullshit. By the way, Disney just sent me a notification on my phone, so maybe I'll fucking go tomorrow too, bitch. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Anyways, pop my collar. Oh, fuck you think you're rolling here talking to? And Maggie's not here for it today. Period. Speaking of periods, I still have my period. So, fuck with me a little more. I am perfectly fine. I'm great. I'm having a wonderful day. You guys crack me up. Listen, as long as you can fucking go somewhere and be socially distanced, be outdoors, be in a safe place, whatever, do you. Whatever you have to do mentally right now to get through this shit show that we are still experiencing, do it. Whatever helps you feel better, or whatever helps you with your depression or your anxiety or the mental illness you may live with, whatever is helpful to you is what you should be doing. It's not anybody else's business what helps you feel better. Literally, if there is something in your life that gives you joy that you think some people may not like, who cares? Do I go to the restaurants when I'm there? Not usually. I pack most of my own food when I go to Disney because everything's so expensive. And right now, given the fact that I don't have a job, but I still have my passes, we do Disney very cheaply. I bring Uncrustables and chips, and you can bring in food and water and whatever you want to bring in. That's what I do. But did you know that you can get free water at Disney? You don't have to pay for water. You just walk up to a quick service and you say, hey, I'd like a cup of ice water, and they will give you a cup of ice water. Some of the food there is great. Some of it's not. Really, one of the only places that I'll eat when we go is Sleepy Hollow in the Magic Kingdom. They have the best waffles ever. The spring roll cart is one of those things. Do I offer signed editions of my books? I do. I don't have any right now, currently, but I definitely can in the future. Yes, there are. If you don't budget properly, Disney can be incredibly expensive. But again, what, you don't like the spring rolls? I don't like the cheeseburger ones. The pepperoni ones are where it's at, though. The kids love the cheeseburger ones. I think that they're fucking gross. But yeah, I mean, it's not for everybody. Toy Story Land food. I have only the first day that I got my. I would love a Disney gift card. I love. That's what my mom gives my kids for every holiday, is Disney gift cards that they can use at the parks. And when I was still working, my coworkers, that's what they would give me, like, for Christmas. Not this year, because obviously I wasn't there this year, but the year before, they gave me $150 in Disney gift cards for Christmas. That's because my coworkers knew me. They knew that Duncan, Disney, way of life. And now my drone, but that's kind of a newfound spring rolls. There's a spring roll cart right at the entrance of Adventureland in the Magic Kingdom. Los Angeles, and you're with me right now? The cat woke you up. Goddamn cats. I was up at like 4:30 this morning. My bladder woke me up. It was like, bitch, if you don't get out of bed, you're going to have a really unfortunate morning. Get up. If I was close enough to Disney to work at Disney, that would make my whole life. But unfortunately, to commute there every single day wouldn't work. I live like an hour and a half from Disney World. So yeah, after having kids, my bladder is not what it used to be. My bladder's like, I'll give you about 3.5 hours. If you drink anything, I'll give you about 2. Yeah, I'm really hoping that my beach video, like, didn't hurt anybody's feelings. Like, I'm doing these to try and, like, give everybody a little happiness, a little boost. Just something pretty to look at in the midst of, you know, all of this. Do they sell edibles at Disney? No, I just bring my own. Orlando traffic is absolutely the worst. Absolutely the worst. And here's where I'm going to ask you guys to do something. If you guys are on Instagram, this is where I'm going to ask you to go over to Instagram and give me a follow there too, please. I would really, really appreciate it if you did. On Instagram, I am Chasing Oz as well. So if you go over there, please give me a like and a follow or something. I'm trying to get my Instagram page, because that's more just pretty pictures and like all of my nature photography and the videos that I post. And I know a lot of you are already over there and have already gone over there. I have no idea. I've been a Walt Disney World pass holder. This on March 2nd would be 2 years. 2 full years. Yeah. I'll be going into my third year. You can never catch Oz. But since I've been a pass holder, you can. It has to be packaged, I believe. And they have like rules, like you can't have a cooler with like loose ice. It has to be like packet. I don't know. There's rules about it, but I literally just throw whatever into a backpack. Uncrustables, bags of chips, bottles of water. Did I love Disney as much when I lived in Connecticut? So I've always loved April. I love you, April. I miss you too. So when I lived in Connecticut, this is how my love affair for Disney started. When I lived in Connecticut, I grew up like lower middle class. My dad was super always working. My mom was lucky enough to be home. And when we went on vacations that we could like drive to. We went to Pennsylvania one summer for family reunion. We went to Maine one year to see where my grandpa grew up and things like that. But I always loved Disney. My best friend growing up across the street from me literally went to Disney World every single summer. Every summer. And I was extremely jealous. So when I moved to Florida, my goal was to go to Disney World. And now that I was able to, the past couple of years, purchase annual passes, I go as much as I possibly can to make up for that childhood trauma. So when people say, like, what's your deal with Disney? For a lot of us Disney adults, it has to do with unresolved trauma from our childhood that Disney helps us to process in some type of way. So when people want to know what my deal with Disney is, that is my deal with Disney. And for me, it helps me to remove myself from the real world. I can go to Disney and I cannot look at my phone for like 2 days and be completely content. I don't need to be on my phone or knowing what's going on in the world. And it's a nice checkout for my mental health. When I'm at home, I'll kick on a Disney movie and tune the rest of the world out. How's mask wearing at Disney? Everybody at Disney World is wearing a mask, or the cast members are forcibly removing them from the park. Literally. They will not ask you. They will not ask you multiple times. You will just be removed. Everybody at Disney has a mask on. Everybody at Disney's wearing their mask correctly. Because if not, you won't be there. They are not fucking around with people. The last time I went a couple weeks ago, I literally watched multiple people be removed from the parks because they wanted to throw a hissy fit. What's my favorite Disney movie? All time, I'm going to have to go with Snow White. But if you're going like Disney Pixar, I would say either Monsters, Inc. or Coco. I wish Florida would be a better place if they enforced masks everywhere like they enforce masks at Disney World. I'm serious. Like, I feel safer going to an amusement park than my local grocery store, and that's a problem. Like seriously. You have to watch Coco. That's one of the best Disney movies of all time. Yeah, nobody enforced masks anywhere else. It's really unfortunate. Like, you go inside the grocery store and on the front of the door it says, you know, must wear mask. But nobody says anything to these people. And I don't blame the workers. Like, it's not hard to wear the mask all day long at Disney. I had no problems at all. It can get a little warm. It depends on the time of the year when you're there wearing a mask all day. But yeah. But anywho, I think that's it for me this morning. I got a lot of photo editing to do today. Anywho, thank you guys all for joining me this morning. Thank you guys for being awesome to me. Today I'm going to be working on stills because I couldn't fly my drone yesterday where I was at. I tried to put it up and the FAA was like, "You're not authorized to fly here." When I looked on the map, it told me I could go up to 50 feet, but it would not, my drone, like, literally wouldn't even let me take off. That's how the technology works. Like, if you're in a zone where you can't fly, like, your drone won't take off at all. It's like, bitch, no fly for you. So anyways, check out my Etsy store, chasingoz.store. That's the web link. Type it in your browser, chasingoz.store. It'll bring you right over to my Etsy store. Check it out. Cash App, Venmo. Send some funds my way if you like me and my content that I put up, because I got kicked out of the Creator Fund. My username on all of the above is money symbol chasing Oz, just like I am here. Check me out over on Instagram. I would love for you to join me there as well. chasingoz.store on Etsy. Once again, I hope that everybody has a wonderful day. And if you guys are feeling frisky, I have a wish list on Amazon too, if you want to send me anything off there, because that's like my grown-up adult wish list. Anyways, have a wonderful day. I hope that you guys, why did I get kicked out of the Creator Fund? Because stupid Trump supporters reported my account too many times and I got too many violations of videos getting taken down. Even though I've appealed them all and most of them have been restored, they kicked me out of the Creator Fund over that. So I don't make any money off my TikTok anymore at all. I don't get a dime except whatever tips you guys leave in here. So anyways, I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. Go outside if it's nice. Take in a little bit of nature. A little bit of that vitamin D will help you feel awesome. And I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend too. See you guys on Flipside.